Good morning. It is Tuesday, January 19th, and I've got my juice on. It's particularly dark because I have a lot of blueberries in there today. So it is one fresh banana, which to most would look like it's beyond being used, but it's perfectly sweet. There was no bruising on the inside, just the skins were kind of off color. So it's one fresh banana, and then frozen blueberries, probably half a cup. I also had some frozen sour cherries in it, also sour cherry juice and peach nectar, as well as Boost. And the Boost that I use is chia, maca, goji, and cacao nibs, which has this like little hint of chocolate. Absolutely delicious. Great way to start the day. Sorry if I'm sniffling. I just like the cold. Whew. It is so breezy outside. I'm doing some shopping. Actually, I should probably do that later after I make the full list of what's missing from our pantry. So I haven't been around for a few days. I mean, I've been here, but I just haven't vlogged. Nothing particularly interesting has been going on. I had to take a health day the other day, just to myself. I think my life battery was really low, so I had to recharge it, and I took yesterday as an opportunity to do that because we had the day off. It was a holiday for the company I work for. And then Paulie ended up coming home early from work as well because they didn't have the volume for him to deliver. So I ended up reading and napping. That's all I did. I didn't make dinner. It was Meatless Monday, and Paulie made salad and ordered a quattro formaggi cheese pizza from Da Vinci's with broccoli and roasted garlic on olive oil instead of a red sauce, our favorite combination for Meatless Monday. So we had that. He made himself lunch. I packed his little muffin that I made. I made muffins on Sunday for the week for breakfasts, although I typically have juice for breakfast and save my muffin for dessert after dinner. But Paulie brings his muffin to work, and then I also packed him some of those veggie straws from Dollar Tree. They're fabulous, and he loves them now. They're so much better than potato chips or anything else that he could grab on the go. So I'm trying to get him back into the habit of bringing his own food with him. So that's what's going on. My parents are on a cruise. I think they left Sunday morning. I don't remember specifically which part of the Caribbean, either Eastern or Western. I'm not sure. But they'll be back next Sunday, and then they're coming up to Connecticut from Florida that Wednesday for a week. So we're going to see them for a week. They're just going to come up and visit. Hopefully the snow will stay away because they're just such snowbirds now. They're not accustomed to the cold weather. And speaking of cold weather, let's see what is. Alexa, what's the weather?
Right now in Ellington, it's 23 degrees with intermittent clouds. Today's forecast has mostly sunny weather with a high of 25 and a low of 17.
But there is wind, and the wind chill factor, because of that, it feels quite a bit colder. So, yeah. That's what's going on. Animals are all snuggled and warm, and I have my work day, so that's my work computer, my personal computer, so they're completely separated and kept separate, so different logons, all of that. So I have some things to accomplish for work, since I didn't cook yesterday, and I felt slightly guilty, but then, occasionally I do have to take the day off. I'm not the housekeeper. I a member of this family, so Paulie had to pick up the slack, and the fact that he only has to do that when he's not working, I think that's not a bad deal for him. I cook most of the time. So, but tonight I am going to make shrimp and coconut rice for dinner, and hopefully I'll share that with you as well. We have leftovers from Sunday's dinner. I made beef stew, which I don't think I've vlogged at all this weekend. I made beef stew in a crock pot, and we have leftovers to have tomorrow. And what else are we having the rest of the week? I'm not sure. I'm not entirely sure. But more than likely, I will have liquid left from the beef stock even after we eat the majority of the solids, which is the carrots, onions, potatoes, beef, celery. I'm thinking of utilizing that stock because it'll have been fortified so nicely with the meat, and it was beef stock and red wine to make French onion soup later this week. So not a big batch, just just enough for us, just for the two of us for dinner. Maybe soup and salad night. So we'll figure something out. I have plenty of proteins to pull out of the freezer. I just want to make sure that nothing goes bad, and I already have the shrimp thawing out in the refrigerator. So now you know I've caught you up of what's going on. It's really beautifully bright out. A little bit like headache causing for me. Like, I don't know why, but sometimes when it's really, really bright, especially after a gloomy day, yesterday was kind of gloomy, I tend to get a little bit of a headache, like right behind my eyes. But I'm going to see if it goes away naturally with some juice and maybe another, 24 ounces, the same kind of container of water. That typically helps me out. So, and I do have some walking to do. I'm hoping to do some of that while I reorganize some of the pantry. But we'll see how cold it is out there today. It's quiet, so I'm going to resume my music and get back to work and check in with you guys hopefully throughout the day. Alexa, resume. She's going to play me some music so I can get back into work. Leonard Cohen on the radio on Pandora, and coconut rice in the rice cooker. And, shrimp are going to cook in like 3 minutes, so I'm just going to do the prep of the veggies that go along with it. And I'm going to use the Frank's Asian Sweet Ginger Sauce. I wish you could smell that. The coconut rice smells so good. I have peas ready, and I don't have any scallions, and Veggie World's closed already. Alright, well, we'll have to make do. Oh my god, so good. The rice is done. Look at that. Whew. Looks so good. I'll add peas only to the portion for tonight because I will have as leftovers. I'm going to show you how quickly it is to make this. I can't even call it a recipe because there's 3 ingredients in it. Coconut oil, shrimp, and Frank's Red Hot Asian sauce. That's it. 7:42. Let's see how long it takes us. I have about 2 teaspoons of coconut oil. I'm heating up the pan. I have 1 pound of 16 to 21 count shrimp. Please do not pay attention to jumbo, extra jumbo, colossal, whatever the heck they call them. It's all marketing ploy. You want to know how many shrimps it takes to make a pound. That's how you know how big they are. If it says 40 to 61, they're little shrimp. So what's little to you may be big to someone else, and vice versa. So just pay attention to the count per pound. So these are 16 to 21. And yeah, let's saute. It's been like 3 minutes at most. Okay, they're in the pan. 7:44. See, I already have to start flipping. Probably could have used just a little larger pan. You don't want to crowd them too much. You want to do a little bit of a sear, and then you're going to add the sauce and lower it and actually turn it off, because it's just going to sit in the sauce until you're ready to eat. 7:46, and they're done. I'm going to turn this down so when I add the sauce it doesn't splatter. And trying to open this with one hand. I didn't add salt or black pepper to the shrimp because the sauce is very flavorful and has plenty of salt and spice. So I'm just going to mix this up. I love that sauce. I used to use that on carrots. 7:47, and I'm going to turn the heat off. That's it. So I'm just going to mix up the rice with a little bit of frozen peas and taste it for any seasoning I might need. I put ginger in there. Oh, I'll show you in a minute what I put in there. I pulled out about, it's probably a heaping cup of rice, probably more. But since we're only having, the shrimp and the rice, that's our whole meal tonight. There's no salad. I added maybe 2 ounces of frozen peas, and I just mixed them in frozen. You don't need to thaw them out or anything. I'm going to put a squeeze of lemon in there to give it some brightness. So I have a lemon that I zested the other day, and I need to use the poor thing before it goes yucky. And yeah, I'm going to stash this. How am I going to keep this cool? I mean, warm. I might just pop it in the microwave. I know it's a metal bowl. I'm not going to turn it on. I'm just going to let it sit in there like a... Or I could just pop another bowl on top of this. It'll keep nice and warm. Put a towel over it. I like things room temperature sometimes rather than hot. So hopefully Paulie will be home shortly. I kind of made the shrimp in time for him to come home. Of course, I could have just made it here when... could have made it, well, once he arrived because it's so quick. But I wanted to show you guys. And, when he arrives, there's a lot of chatting going on. So, for video's sake, I wanted to do it off camera. So, let me get my lemon squeezed in there and then tasted. I did add a little sea salt, Himalayan sea salt. I think I did mention that. But I'll see how it is with the lemon. I tasted it. It's delicious with the lemon juice. And because I squeezed the lemon through my fingers, sorry, didn't mean to hit you. Any shrimp smell I might have had on my hands, even though I washed them, is not completely gone. Another trick, if you ever get something on your hands that you kind of have to get off and soap's not doing it, take a piece of stainless steel, either a stainless steel appliance, cutlery, take a knife, butter knife, or a fork or spoon, something, and wash your hands while rubbing it as though it was soap underneath warm water. The smell will be gone. So that... Moses is standing right by me, thinking I'm going to give him something. So now I'm just waiting on Paulie. I'm going to put the rest of the frozen veggies away, and dinner's ready. The rice cooker took care of all of that. I mean, you could certainly do that on the stovetop too. It's about 15 to 20 minutes, depending on how moist you like your rice. I like the rice granules to be separated. Gotta keep them separated. Unless I'm making sticky rice for sushi, then I want sticky rice, but not for this instance. And I still have half a lemon to squeeze over the shrimp when I go to serve them. Now the question is, do I serve on a plate or a bowl? In a bowl. I'll decide that and you'll see that. So there is the dinner, last clip of the day, and I have these baby cucumbers that I'm not going to show you. Don't worry, naked boy. He just got home from work, so, he's getting comfy. So there's dinner. I'm going to give Paulie his plate, and then I'm going to make mine up and take some food porn shots. Then we're going to enjoy, and then I'm going to relax, because almost all the dishes are done.
My wife's the best.
Oy vey.
She makes all the meals all the time. She's so good.
Why are you suddenly from some rural Kentucky?
I don't know.
Nope. We'll see you next time. Thanks for watching, everyone.